Yeah. Mr. Uma, kuja nisaidie kidogo.
Awen, mwanzo matendo yangu.
Na wewe ndio serikali.
Awen, nina mara nikago 1 nina mara 1
Wengine washike kidogo. Sasa viongozi. Ndio wamefunika.
Akiangalia upata mimi. Hapo ni sawa, nyinyi mkae huko kwa Patrice. Ndio mkoncentrate.
Songesha nani?
Tumshikie.
Kalingine kwa nani atanishikia hii? Nani atanishikia hii? Ndio karibu.
So I'll read, summarize and swahili.
Niko picha. Oscar sijui wewe ndio tutakusukuma kidogo tu. Let me just stand next to her hapo kama
This is in response to former Governor Jack Ranguma. Former Governor Jack Ranguma yesterday at 7 a.m. went for an interview at Radio Namblolwe with the host show Harun Mwao, where he tried to justify the failures of his regime, which can be better be described as a scorched-earth policy to the people of Kisumu during that time. During the interview, Mr. Ranguma, who is seeking a comeback on an MDG ticket during the forthcoming election, attempted to pour cold water on the massive achievements made by his successor, His Excellency Professor Peter Nyang'o. Ranguma, at his age and time, still harbors the belief that people of Kisumu are naive and can be easily manipulated by his mediocrity and lies. He had the audacity to say that nothing has been done in the city since he left office. He is blinded by his failure that he cannot see the transformation in the city. The green urban aesthetic beautification, the cabro, the neat walkways, and the just concluded non-motorized transport project are not visible to him. Mr. Ranguma is not seeing the construction of Kibuye, Maendeleo, Chichwa, Utonglo, and Uhuru Business Park markets. He is not seeing the massive infrastructure projects across the sub-counties. While on radio, Ranguma claimed to have constructed Utonglo market. This is a fallacy and a total lie. The groundbreaking of Utonglo market was officially presided over by Echi Nyong'o on the 25th January 2021 and officially opened last week on 4th June 2022. Let it also be on record that the construction of waste management of Utonglo market began on January this year and is completed and ready for use. Mr. Ranguma is also blinded to the extent that he can't see the construction of Jomo Kenyatta International Stadium and the refurbishing of the port. In his own words, he rambled that I have not seen anything Nyong'o has done. Ranguma is entitled to his comments, but he must not mislead the people at his age. He claimed he negotiated the KU funding, but what happened? By the time he left office in 2017, the KU project had stalled because of his poor negotiation skills and development track record with partners. It took Professor Nyong'o international connections to have the project reviewed. Right now, 90% of KU projects, including markets, are complete. The people of Kisumu should know that Ranguma left behind a whooping debt in terms of pending bills of 5 billion unpaid, which Governor Nyong'o has struggled to pay to date. On a larger sense, Kisumu would be worse than the way it is today had he gotten the chance to serve for the second term. We want to appeal to the people of Kisumu County to treat his sentiments and propaganda with contempt they deserve. In reality, Professor Nyong'o spent the better part of his 100 days in office correcting the mess committed by the Ranguma regime. The former governor is not aware that the Kachok dam site, so-called Mount Ranguma, which became an eyesore and a mountain named after him has now been cleared and decommissioned. He should visit Kachok and see for himself. Ranguma left behind a disorganized city. Today, Kisumu city has undergone a complete transformation. The city is the cleanest city in East Africa. It is worth noting that 90% of the projects he started stalled and have to be completed by the current regime. Mr. Ranguma had all the opportunities to transform Kisumu and leave a legacy, but he squandered the chance. He is now crying over spilled milk like a small baby. Mr. Ranguma also claimed that the piece of land where Kachok dam site and Kibuye market stands belong to private individuals. It is in the public domain and with the relevant investigative authority that the Nyong'o administration is relentlessly battling to recover 120 parcels of public land, 20 of which were lost during Ranguma's regime, including the just mentioned where Kibuye and Kachok dam site stand. He gives himself 8 out of 10 performance, but we give him 3 out of 10 performance. He should think twice and tell the voters the truth. Nyoro gokinyi saa achiel, Gavana Ranguma nodhi radio Nolwe kobedo interview gi Harun Wojon. Owacho miriambo kanyo mang'eny kabisa. Gavana Ranguma pod paro ni kaka heke gi sani kako chal ni pod onyalo wuondo jo Kisumu. Onuoyo kowacho ni Otonglo en manoger. Otonglo notimne breakdown, notimne ground breaking, nochak gero tarik 25 higa mokalo 2021. To nyoya Otonglo nyoro tarik 4. Ranguma nogere kanyo. Ranguma noweyo, owacho ni ok one gima Nyong'o timo. Olokore muofu ni gik ma Nyong'o timo kite ok one. Kata kokalo e town, odhi ong'i Kachok, mano wacho ni Mount Ranguma. Odhi ong'i kata no pod ni kanyo. Owach ni gima Nyong'o timo onge. Kata kokalo odhi Kibuye, mane raracha mane dung chieth, mane onge gima timre. Odhi ong'i sheds moger kanyo kaka chiro ger nyaka gi fence. Kata kokalo owuotho e town kuma ne sewer lines odinre, kuma nolil, kuma ne takataka ok ne chal city. Ong'iye owuotho e kabrego yamo kwadhe maber. One gima wuod Nyong'o timo e town monde kolos. Wuoth ong'iye chirni nyaka Otonglo mowachogo onyiswa manoger. Osiene gimoro achiel manotimo. Jo Kisumu sani ok ofuwo, e pache en pod oparo ni jo Kisumu fuwo biro winjo weche mag miriambo. Kodhi manyo kura to dhi manya owe manyo gi miriambo. Propaganda ma miriambo sani ok nyal bet Kisumu ka. Owacho ni otimo 80%, notimo aboro wi 10. Notimo adek wi 10, notimo 30%. Nowe gope ka ma over 3 billion ma pod Gavana Nyong'o struggle mondo chuk kata sani. Gik mano chiwo to jiti mati mukelo gope mang'eny.
Iwapo unapenda habari ninazokuletea, basi subscribe kwenye channel hii ili uwe unapata uhondo kila wakati. Shukran.